Blocked by whale penis. That's actually called a whale penis intake. Run the graphics. I'll put the penis away. A little bit has happened since you've been here last time. We're about to go through all of that. But before we do, just because our Honda doesn't have a turbo doesn't mean your shirt doesn't have to. This is our all-new Exploded View 3D schematic turbo shirt. You can get one. We'll send it anywhere in the world.
Like, you know, it's been that, like, proper cold.
Welcome to another episode of Mighty Carmels.
Like a river.
What you just didn't get to hear was the extraction method of when it's so cold,
what if you live
the whale
somewhere,
penis disappears.
We'll never know this because we don't live somewhere really cold. If someone who's watching this lives in like Canada or one of those places that gets massively cold.
Do you really want to know?
No, I don't. No, I don't.
Stop talking.
Don't use this bit.
If you want a shirt, get this. You want to get in the bin?
In the bin.
Then you can get
in the bin.
Let's give you a quick update of where we're going. Like we said, it's going to be just 2 episodes and we're starting it today.
Civic time.
All right, Martin, the muffler is on.
Here's what's happened. The muffler's on. Why is the muffler on? Well, because the muffler had to go on. You know why it had to go on? Because there was a bit missing. And we didn't realise. We thought it had a cat, but we're actually looking at a resonator, which happens sometimes.
Yeah.
And what we've actually got.
We need a test pipe is what we need. The test pipe is what people call a non-cat.
So we need a bit of pipe, whether you call it a test pipe if you put no cat in it, you're not registering your car. Or your test pipe is where you install your own cat, which is what we'll do. So basically the bit that comes off the headers and where the exhaust goes in. So to measure that up, to get the bits for it, I just had to put the muffler on, so I just quickly smashed that on.
And the cat is going on, Martin, because if you don't put on the cat, Captain Planet kicks you in the balls.
Captain D-Cat will kick you in the balls, is who will do that. So anyway, so I got some flanges off some homies at the Honda shop, which look a little bit like this. You can even see, come have a look, man. I'm going to show the people. Yeah. I'm getting under there. Let's have a look at this. You can look at our concrete floor for a second. So that is the NVIDIA system that goes all the way down the back. Just one mount doesn't fit because it's for an EG Civic, which apparently is a different kind of Civic. And then this one, that one is off the back of the headers, which has that sort of thing. So what we've got to do is make a bit of pipe that goes from here to there. And that's where you put your cat, if you want a cat, which you should, unless you're just doing racetrack stuff. And even then you could put a cat on.
Yes,
you could. It's the same air regardless.
It's not as cool on the internet, Martin, because the D-cat's meant to be.
So what else is missing from under here? Not much. There's a sensor for, there's oxygen sensor that has to go in, which is easy because there's a spot on the headers for that right here. There's 2 drive shafts that need to go in. And then there's a little bit of wiring to actually make it start and run. Now it should crank as it is, because we've just connected the starter up to the key, so that should crank, but it's not going to run yet, unfortunately.
Well, it has no power
there's just still stuff missing. There's no battery.
We do have our battery here. Thank you very much to Sentry, who is a proud sponsor of Mighty Carmels. Thank you very much.
Made in Australia.
That is going in. Made in Australia. Thank you very much, and they've been supporting the show for years, so thank you very much.
One other bit of, so we're sort of down to the customization bit, which is why everything slows down. There's one of the 2 other things that have happened is e-throttle pedal. I fiddled around with that a little bit and I welded a thing on, and now the throttle pedal fits, which is awesome. And we're also going to put in electric power steering. Now you can go full manual on a Civic if you want, which means when you try and park at the shops, it really hurts your arms, unless that's your thing and you want to get massive arms driving a Civic. But we want power steering, or I want power steering, because I just think it makes it a nicer car to live. It makes it a nice car to live with. So we're going to do both. So in the meantime,
to live with, Martin. To live with.
What do you mean?
ASAP, so we can work on the shit we like.
No, I do like this.
Dude, don't.
You like this.
Okay.
Stop pretending that you don't.
No, I don't like it.
You should just turn it off, man. So power steering's a really good thing to have. So what we are going to do in the short term is we are going to link our 2 power steering lines and put a breather on it, which makes it a manualised rack. Some people just loop it and it works for them, but I don't do any weird pressure things. Then what we're going to do is we're going to install, like this, which I've just hung here to show you.
We're going to get it sorted for the new owner, basically.
That is
nice for them to drive.
That's an electric power steering pump, and this is a good spot for them. This is one we had lying around, an Astra pump. You can also get ones out of A-series Mercedes, which are about half the size. Those little like A140, A190 things, which is probably what we'll use. So I've ordered one of those. They're like 100 or 200 bucks, and but they have to come from Italy.
Yes.
Because we don't have them in Australia.
Good.
In Italy, eBay, you can buy them super cheap. So that's what we're going to do. You stick a fitting on it, you plug a wire into it, and you can even tell the Haltech to control it under certain circumstances, like turn it off over a certain speed, which is cool. That's something that like fancy cars do.
Yep.
So our Civic is now officially going to be fancy. So that's going to go on. But the big news, everyone.
The big news, Martin. There it is. This here is about to get nipped, tucked, Botoxed out the butthole.
Yep.
It's getting a facelift.
This is a thing for Civic people, though.
Apparently, this is the pre-facelift Civic. There. We have acquired from the wreckers a facelift bit.
Kit.
And apparently that's cooler.
Apparently
I'm not gonna pretend that I know, but apparently that's cooler. That said, like, I don't know, the SR20 front lip of the like 180SX.
Yeah.
People reckon looks better than the CA, but the CA's got little snouts. I don't know. This is the thing on the internet.
This is very.
This is the thing. But then we've also got down here.
Opinion based.
That is the facelift rear bar. So that's going to go on.
And the front
and then I guess we'll be
somewhere
blacking
too.
out some badges and stuff as well.
What that enables
and then
us-
it can go
In the bin.
That's a toolbox sticker, by the way. We have them. Click there, and you can get them.
So the biggest difference,
Jack up the car.
the most obvious difference from pre and post facelift, the grille is different, headlights are
Black
different,
things?
guards are different, bonnet's different. Actually, the whole front of the car is different, but the way it mounts is almost the same. There's a little bit of nipping and tucking you have to do under there. The biggest difference, though, is these mold things.
Yeah.
Now,
Some people paint them just to look the same as the car.
And that looks okay, but leaving them black is also a thing. And some people think the original is the best EK, and some people think EKs are shit and EGs are better. Like, it goes on forever. But what I think is that the modern one, the slightly newer facelifted one, looks nice and smooth. It doesn't have these molds on it.
It does look smooth. It looks a bit more, because this car, when it's like low and mad and clean, it looks like a Lady Beetle. Have you noticed that?
Okay.
It actually really does look like a Lady Beetle.
Really?
Or a man beetle. I don't know what you're meant to call them these days.
Depends what
a gender neutral beetle.
Yeah.
And that looks better when it's cleaner.
And
on the
it's
front.
easy to get bits and pieces to add to it. So lips and body kits and wings and all that sort of cool stuff is a little bit easy to find.
Wanted to do that.
A little bit easy to find for the post facelift model, which I prefer. And being that I own it, that's what's going on. Managed to get a facelift kit reasonably cheap, couple $100, and it's in good condition. The other thing is our panels, these ones need to be replaced anyway, full of bog and bent, and so is the front of the car, and so are some of the mounting points for the headlights and stuff.
You sound like you're really liking it, Martin.
We're going to just pull that all off, and we're going to do it properly. It's just kind of ironic that we're putting silver panels back on.
Yes, because that's what it used to be. Martin, we also have the fluids and stuff to do. Is that a now thing, or are we going to do this? And because really, this is what I would like to do.
Yeah.
I mean, I know it's your thing, but this is what I would like to do. I would like to get that, and I would like to tip it in there, and then I would like to get that, and I would like to put it in there and attach that to it.
And
then I would like to go and get the key, and I would like to turn it, and then I would like to throw this in the bin.
Do you know what that would tell us? That will tell us if the motor's actually, because we don't even know if that works. It turns over by hand, but that'll tell us if anything's seized or messed up. We should just crank it and find out. I don't think it'll actually run yet, though. We've got to put fluids in anyway, but I don't think it'll run yet, but it should crank.
Why won't it run, Martin?
It's just wiring and ECU configuration stuff that's
because
just not
this
done
stuff
yet.
is not connected.
Yeah, there's just stuff that's not connected. And there's also, again...
But let's see, Martin.
No, but we've been bitten because, again, there's stuff just missing. And our triggering kit, because that's also some second-hand stuff, that's not sending through the correct... maybe because it's not... That's not sending through the correct signals that the ECU needs to know where the engine's positioned at, which is why it'll crank but not actually fire and run, because it doesn't know when to squirt, it doesn't know when to spark, therefore the engine doesn't know when to bang.
All right, so as usual with all of our builds, we are putting in some Castrol Edge 5W40 fluid titanium technology. This is what excites me, Martin. Look at this. This is approved for Porsche use. So fast cars and slow cars.
We don't know if it's slow yet. We don't know.
I don't even know you anymore.
We don't know for sure.
Yes, we do.
Because we don't have a Civic. We've never had a Civic, except for that time we had a Civic. But it wasn't VTEC, man. This is the Dude, you own a VTEC car. This is the magic. They call it magic for a reason. You called it unicorn farts. Yeah. Unicorns are magic, dude.
Yeah, but in a car that weighs... Anyway, I don't want to make this a whole video of mum and dad fighting.
Just stick the oil in, dude. Maybe you should get a funnel.
No.
Just get a funnel.
I'll get a funnel. oil is in. Martin, I am excited about this car. I'm just trying to temper your expectations because I think you think it's going to be different to what it is. That's all. Oh, that's perfect.
Is it perfect?
Yeah, it's perfect.
But this is the thing, people. This is the thing with disrespected nose. Normally, we'd be talking all the anyway,
you don't get it.
But we just cut it out, and you don't see it, and you don't hear it. But this is how much back and forth there is with pretty much any car that we ever work on, because we just like to talk rubbish. But that's what keeps it fun.
Martin, this is Castrol ready-to-use coolant. This is organic acid technology. I don't know what that means.
I don't know either. But I know it's red, and I know that pink and red coolant is keeps a Honda happy, apparently.
Look at that. This is pink, Martin.
Pink coolant.
Look at that.
This stuff's compatible with lots of stuff. This is ready to use. Good for Toyota. Look, wait, did I hear water on the ground? Oh, it's leaking.
Yep.
What? Why is that leaking? Where is it leaking from?
Good listening, Martin. But I'm catching it all.
What is that?
Oh.
I'm like the kid with the hole in his finger in the dike. Do you know that story?
No.
The boy with the finger in the dike?
No, but if you're
going to catch it?
Yeah, I'll catch it if you just take your finger out.
Oh, look at that. Well, that's a good way to check that our radiator works. Unfinished project. Everything you need is there. Where's the bung? We should have checked if there's a bung in it. That I'm not going to argue with.
Wait on, it does have a bung.
Where's the bung?
The bung's in it.
Uh-oh. Is it actually?
Isn't that what that is? Or is it just missing a bolt?
Oh, I don't know. Oh, do you just turn it? Do you turn it? Does that do it? Does it turn? No? Oh, it's kind of hard. Maybe let it drain and then we try and turn it. Maybe it's got some weird turny thing.
I don't understand though what's meant to stop that from coming out.
Me neither.
Maybe it's meant to spin except it can't because the thing. Yeah.
I do not understand what's going on with that fitting, but it looks like you wind it.
No, wind it in.
No, you wind it clockwise.
Out.
And when you wind it clockwise, it like closes some valve. Now, some Civic person's going to be like, Hondas have been doing that since 1963, but I've never seen that before. But that feels like it's shut now.
Are you meant to push those wings down now, though? Because that feels like it'll just vibrate open.
Yeah, maybe you are. Maybe that's the deal. But chuck some coolant in and see what happens, man. It's like a weird reverse valvey thing.
All right, well.
Yeah, she's not leaking. That did it.
That working?
Yep, fine. What a strange thing.
Never seen anything like it.
Learning a lot of things with this Civic, mate. I'm learning patience, and I'm learning to love VTEC for all its disappointment. Promise and disappointment, I'm learning to love it because you work hard for it and it gives you VTEC in return.
Godzilla would clearly kick Kong's ass anyway.
Nah, man, Kong's been around forever. Don't forget Kong was around like Mario Brothers throwing barrels.
Yeah, but Godzilla actually has like monster pedigree. Like
you just like him because there's a Nissan named after him, dude. That's the only reason you like him.
I haven't even seen the movie, nor do I want to, but I know that a creature that is basically like dinosaur DNA is going to kick the ass of a vegan monkey.
Big monkeys are like smart, dude.
Godzilla just needs to chill out.
Does he?
Yeah. He's just spending too much time drifting and sucking on bongs.
Do you know who he needs to chill out? Do you know who he needs to hang out with?
Who, mate?
King Bong. Dude, this bubbling sound is exactly the sound we want. There are people who are questioning their choices who have been watching like 5 minutes of bubbling coolant in a bob blob blob. Dude, let's go. What's that thing called that people like? That AMRS. What's it called?
AMAL.
AMSR. AMSR 20.
ASMR.
ASMR's 20.
What does the 20 mean?
I don't know. Just makes
sense.
sense.
Stick your microphone in there. I'll stick mine in there. Here we go.
Dude, let's try and crank it.
Yeah, let's do it, man.
Put some battery. Now, there's wiring and stuff that's gonna, like, that'll get finished.
Is there a tray?
Yeah, but I had to, like, grind some rust off it, so it's drying.
All right.
But we can just shove it in there for now.
Well,
let's see if it cranks. It should. I hope it does. If it doesn't crank, then our motor's rooted.
Yes. And then what's going to happen, Martin? What's going to happen if that's the case?
If our motor's rooted,
yes.
Then we buy another Civic, pull the engine out of that Civic, fully pull that motor down, put a new sump on it, new gaskets, new seals, transfer all the components across, put our new triggering system on, put our coils on them, put our distributor conversion, put new hoses, pull this engine out, pull that engine out, swap them over, put that engine in, and then drive it.
Cool.
swap.
What?
What?
I thought it was our car, but I've realised more and more it's your car, and I'm happy with that.
This is also going to tell us if our fuel system's going to prime, which it should, hopefully.
All right,
so
let's do it.
See if we get reds and a fuel priming. That means the fuel pump you put in works.
Oh, that doesn't.
I don't know what that sound is.
Can you prime it again then? That's better.
I think it's okay. I don't know. Guess so.
All right, Martin.
We're cranking it.
It's time.
Can you see if there's anything dangling near the timing belt?
Yeah, everywhere. There's stuff dangling everywhere, man.
All I care about is the timing belt and the cogs there.
Yeah, okay, hold on. Yeah, there's stuff dangling in front of that.
Otherwise, I think we can crank it.
Oh. Yeah.
That's the sound of the shifter hitting the exhaust.
Oh, good.
All right, you ready?
Yep.
Yeah.
Great. That's cool.
It only sounds like it's a little bit down on compression in one cylinder, but that's fine.
Someone asked us why we didn't compression test it.
Because we couldn't do this. We could compression test it now, but I just want to hear it run first. Yeah. That makes sense. Yeah. It sounds tough, don't you reckon? Can't you just hear that VTEC just waiting to come out, even though it's being actuated by an electric motor? I may have overcomplicated things. Dave's got to bring us some bits to make the triggering stuff work because it's not doing exactly what it's meant to do, and that might be my fault because it could have just used a distributor. Yes, we could have, but we didn't because look how cool it looks, and we modified it, and that's kind of the name of the show. So there's some bits and pieces to make it actually start and run, but it's just triggering stuff. It sounds like it's got fuel. We can hear that. Yep. We can see fuel pressure on our regulator, which is awesome as well. So we know we've got fuel. Spark's easy to check, but I'm sure that's working fine because that is direct into the ECU, so there's no real complication. The only thing to make it run that we don't have is triggering to tell it when to fire fuel and when to fire spark. But as soon as the engine sees that, there's nothing stopping it from going bop.
Great.
Yeah.
Excellent.
So that means we've run out of engine things to do, actually. We've done everything we can do in the engine bay except put drive shafts in it, which we will do. It does look good. Doesn't really need
all of this niceness down here.
Drive shafts yet. And the coolant's staying in it now, so that's a massive plus.
Let's take off.
Let's facelift it.
Quarter panels.
Bonnet.
Bumpers.
Oh, dude, mine had big washers in it to space the bonnet up to look hectic.
That's a thing, isn't it? Oh, mine did too. All right, up. And out.
That's going in the bin.
Now, no doubt there's somebody out there with a Civic that needs a straight bonnet. And as such, today is your lucky day, my friends, because instead of going into the...
Dude, it's full of bog anyway. It's legit full of bog. It went crispy when I walked over it. So clearly you can see our original front end was just in perfect condition. No problem whatsoever, no bog, just flawless, just ready to be reused.
So today we're going to teach you guys how to fix minor panel repair on your car.
Oh, dude. Civic life.
Get off my mad car.
Where's my VTEC?
Shall we stop now?
Yeah, probably.
I hope nobody out there feels like we're disrespecting the Civic, because we're actually not. We're bringing the Civic back to life, just with parts that aren't full of bog and falling apart. Like, we're making the car better. So before you jump on and go, I could have used that part.
You can't give away panels for these, man. For this particular pre-facelift ones, they're everywhere. I know, because I tried to find the post-facelift ones. Oh no, I got pre-facelift, $10.
I've just noticed something, Martin. The door handles are wrapped in carbon fibre wrap.
Oh wow, full legit.
Is your side like that as well?
Yeah, actually. I thought it was just black plastic.
See you later, mate. You can go.
In the bin.
Oh, is there something on the other side of that one?
No, shouldn't be. Shouldn't be, but often they rust and then there is.
That one's spinning forever.
Pretty melting with bog. Is that working for you?
Nope.
shit.
Marty, can you pass me a hammer, mate?
Sure, man. Hang on, let's get it for you. Oh, oh damn it. Oh, all right. Thanks. Oh, what's going on?
Being a little bit careless.
Sorry, man.
With your new car that you love so much.
Oh, it's fighting you so hard, man. Apologise to any pre-facelift loving Civic owners for our disrespect. This is called disrespected nose. That is the nose of the car. So officially disrespected Civic nose. Oh, he's actually going to grind it.
See you, dickhead.
That was very, very gentle and loving. Where's this one going? Is it coming out? Coming out? Yeah, dude.
Oh, did you already take that off?
I unscrewed some stuff. Look at the spider webs, man. Look at them. I'm pretty sure they've had the oven treatment and they've had the black surround. And that's apparently, that's like there's a JDM model, like an EK9 or some fancy Civic or a Type R that has the blacked out bits. Our new headlights also have that, interestingly enough, but they're like an aftermarket headlight because it's just what the wreckers had.
Hey, Martin. More free stuff. Martin, we've got more free stuff.
Oh, where'd they come from?
They came from inside the bumper.
Oh, look how good it looks now.
That
looks like a drift missile, just with the
like
wrong wheel drive.
Looks like a car.
I think there's only one bolt because I have a feeling the car's been crashed and that's been repaired.
Okay.
Potentially badly. Was that loose?
Yeah, it wasn't even done up.
How is that attached?
Is that glued on underneath?
Is it hooked on? Does it hook on? Yeah. So that's the pre-facelift bumper support, and you can see a few small differences, like it's got 2 things and that has 3 things, and 3 is always better than 2.
Look at the amount of creatures in there, Martin.
Oh, look at it. That's a bit gross, isn't it?
So crunchy.
Like an ant's nest. Wow, well that can go in the bin. Here is our facelifted bumper bar. So bumper support's got to go in behind it, but these things apparently get in the way. So if you offer it up, it should be fairly obvious where you have to cut it. So, yeah, oh there, right. So I was going to cut the outside, but actually the problem is the grill.
That's the inside.
The grill comes down, so you've got to take a little bit out of there and probably actually cut this edge as well, because I think that's going to foul. So that side.
See you, mate.
Chopped.
Cool.
Right, let's test fit that again. Just these cable ties off. New services are no longer required. This car only missed out on a facelift by a couple of months anyway, because it's one of the early ones, if that makes sense.
Right. Does that go underneath or on top?
I think you may have nailed it, sir.
New holes?
We're looking pretty good, I think.
Do we need a new hole?
Oh yeah, we probably do need new holes there.
Here?
Yeah, draw them up. We'll just put a dot in the middle. Oh yeah, that. Same on this side. Cool.
I'm feeling the elemental initiality of excitement.
The more the orange goes away, the more excited I get.
Yeah, yeah, it could be that. That said, remember when I did my motorbike build, it had an orange tank, and I painted it black. And the internet said, no, no.
It's just, but everyone's got an opinion on colours, don't they?
I know.
It's an easy thing to have an opinion
But
on.
I wanted my motorbike to be black, but the people that didn't own it didn't like that.
What's trippy is that pink was always actually, that tank was actually always pink.
Was it?
Yeah.
What?
It's pink. Why are you laughing?
I don't know what you're talking about.
the tank was pink. It was never orange. Did you hear that? Was that a sheep? This is so light,
It's
isn't
so
it?
light. I was
Not much of a
expecting
crash
more
bar.
than that.
So I think it just hangs on that bolt, right?
Yeah.
Does it? Yeah, it does. There it goes. Oh, that's super easy, isn't it? And then you work out whether the front of your car's bent.
Which it is.
And that just knocks it down in the middle of that hole. What the? There's holes missing, dude. Is yours missing holes?
Did
you pull 12 mils out of here somewhere?
Yeah, no, it only needs one hole.
Oh, where'd that go?
The 12 mil?
Yeah.
Here.
There.
But there's only one hole, that one.
Yeah,
that's it. There's only one hole.
It looks like there should be two. Why is there two holes there?
I don't know. It's probably because this same part was used for a different car that is now no longer being used. I'll just stick this one in and then it's all yours, man.
Yeah, man.
And then that's on there. Boom. There you go.
Cool. See, the bumper actually stays on there. Because that should slip into these whatsies.
Oh, I see what's going on. The three clipper inners.
That's neat. Neat as.
And people reckon that looks better, do they?
Come on, man.
No,
Because it doesn't have the moulds.
Oh, yeah, no, that does look good.
Chunky, fat moulds. Otherwise, it's kind of the same. But the other reason is you can put the a big fat lip under there as well. This looks really cool.
Sorry, Martin.
This is where we find out this is actually some like skunk spoon Mugen bar that we've just taken off.
Mugen.
Mugen.
I think it's Mugen.
Mugen.
I don't know.
Cool, man. That's looking really good. Should we see the headlights go on? Or should we drill these holes to be professional?
Yeah, no, let's drill the holes. Professional with a drill bit or just full MCM style with a Christmas tree bit? I'll get the Christmas tree bit. That, you reckon?
I reckon that's about right. Where is the little plastic doobies? I might even have some new ones. That's how fancy we're getting with this thing. In my thing called plastic plugs. Where are you? I know I have one. Plastic. Car screws, harness bolts. Hey, plastic plugs. Someone has been ripping some fat skids, man. There's just rubber stuck, like proper hot rubber stuck there, man. That's not just from taking off when you're going into the drive-through. That's like, I'm gonna rip a skid and show my mates how sick my Civic is. I'm just gonna vacuum up all this crap as well. Like, might as well while it's out, just get rid of all this dirty shite. Use my
did I miss the genomic sequence of front-wheel drive burnouts? I don't know. I just don't, like when someone, I know that there's very fast front-wheel drive cars out there. I own some front-wheel drive cars also. I don't know. It just doesn't seem right, does it, Martin?
I didn't think so until I owned two Sexy. Remember when it was white and we did it against Wasabi and it was just like,
yes,
manging the biggest skids I've ever seen.
If your arms were the size of your legs and your legs were the size of your arms, that's kind of like what front-wheel drive is. Do you know what I mean? Like the wrong bit is at the front.
This is one of my favourite Ryobi things. It is a shop vac, which is handy in itself because they roll around, but it's a shop vac that runs on the 18-volt batteries, which means you can pretty much take it anywhere. And if you solar charged to a 12-volt vehicle charger, you could legitimately take it anywhere and you can vacuum stuff up. And I love it because it sits around like that. It's got a super long hose on it. It's got mad suction power and actually picks stuff up and you can store all the accessories and things on it. And it's a nice compact size. Mad for cars, just big enough to get in all those places. And shop vacs means also you've got this tiny little nozzle on it to get into all the nooks and crannies without having a big stick or a big other thing. It's just one of my favourites. It's a winner.
Sometimes the best ones are the simplest, aren't they, Martin?
That's right. The reason it's a good idea to do this, you might be wondering, like, why would you bother vacuuming the inside of guards? Who cares? You're never going to see it. You could wash it down with a pressure washer. That's definitely a way to go. But because we're stuck on stands and with open bits in our engine, we're just going to vacuum it. If you paint a car like this, when you go to paint the paint, it just blows all that crap up into your paint job. So you want to make it as clean as you possibly can. Now, likely you would take guards off and all that sort of stuff and mask it up, but it's not really worth the risk because a few bits of dirt can ruin a mad paint job if you were going to paint a car. I mean, like...
Martin, we found that out firsthand when we painted our last Civic under a tree on a windy day.
Yeah, that was not great.
2 tips on how... I was going to say 2 tips on not how to do it, but that was all part of the journey, wasn't it, Martin?
Sure was.
Sometimes when you do something and it's not right, you just pretend it was part of the journey.
That's a good way of putting it. Right, old hydraulic power steering is going in the bin. We don't need it anymore. It's in the way.
Put it over there, Martin, with our pile of garbage.
Put the front of our car back together, man. I want to see it in all its facelifted glory. Have you vacuumed your side?
Yes.
Sweet.
No.
Oh.
No.
Did you forget?
No. So there is no rubber on this side, which means not only was it doing a front-wheel drive skid, it was doing a one-wheeled front-wheel drive skid. The lowest of the low.
All the
Colonel's bucket of bolts.
All the bolts came in a KFC bucket, so this is the bolts we're using to put it all back together. Hopefully.
Oh, so it's got new ones.
Yeah. Well, new old stock. No, old new. I don't know what it is. But yeah, these can basically just go straight back on.
I'm going to hold it in place, Martin, and you can fendoogle it into position.
I need a ratchet.
Oh, there's a 12mm ratchet down there.
Yeah, that one.
By keeping one orange bolt there, Martin, we keep the history and pedigree and purity of this car alive.
That does upset me a little bit looking at that.
Just having one orange one there.
Oh, it's just not right. Is it? It's not.
I think that's good. It's recognising where this car's come from.
Recognising its important past.
I think that's important. Oh, look at that. We got a Tesla panel gap down here. There's like 4 bolts along the top. No, 3 along the top. 2 in the door on this side.
3 on the door and then 1 at the front. That's it. Pretty basic, hey?
Yep.
The side skirt goes back on and Bob's your uncle.
All right. Ah, keeps going.
Oh, no.
Oh, no, there we go.
It's all right?
Done.
Is it a good time to tell you that you probably have to loosen all that again? Because I just tightened one up and then realised I didn't put the headlight in yet.
Oh, so okay. Does that have to be loose for the headlight?
There's probably some order it goes in. I don't like the correct order, but I don't know what that order is.
We need to clean that with piss and avocado.
Yeah. The headlights are in okay condition, like not amazing, but they'll do for now, for our purposes. But that's in.
You can buy new lights if you wanted to, right?
You can buy, yeah, like...
For facelifty ones?
Yep.
But we should try pissing on them first.
Absolutely.
Urine, toothpaste, avocado, mix it up, scrub, 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 scrub. We've got a whole video about that. You can click on there and see how to clean your headlights.
There it is. And that will
or just buy a headlight cleaning kit.
That will work out where the alignment of everything goes. It's not amazing, but the car, I'm pretty sure the car's bent, so that's not helping us.
I just had a really good idea, Martin.
What's that?
We could, you're not going to like it, but it's actually a really good idea.
Is it?
We could sell this car right now as an unfinished project car.
No, stop it.
No, but wouldn't that be really interesting? We've taken it so far, and we could now pass it on to a Mighty Car Mods fan. We could give the car away to a subscriber. We could search through the subscribers.
One condition.
Yes.
One condition.
Yeah, agreed.
You personally have to help them finish it. There you go. That's the offer, everyone. He will come to your house, help you finish your car, hang out as long as it takes, weeks, months, years if necessary there, rain, hail or shine, to help you finish your Honda Civic, which I will purposely break stuff on so it takes even longer. Good deal? Are you busy? Are you too busy?
Are you coming too?
No. I'm busy in my other Civic.
I reckon we should finish it, Martin. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing that this other light already says replace on it.
Oh no. Looks a bit, how you going? I think I like the facelift headlights more than the old ones, just because the old ones have that bulbous bulb on them.
Yeah.
Like a bulbous, fatty sort of bulbous thing that hangs out for no apparent reason.
Fatty bulbous thing that hangs out for no reason.
Yeah, it's like a fatty bulbous thing. And even the word bulbous makes me feel a bit sick.
Yeah.
Bulbous.
Not massively into it. I'm sorry, Martin.
Light panel
That was
damage.
an accident. I've never deliberately hurt a panel of a car.
An accident just like the bonnet was an accident.
Do you ever miss the blue turd, Martin?
Not really.
So look, I feel kind of bad that we accidentally damaged these panels of the Civic, even though they were already dented and full of bog. And as such, I think the right thing to do is make amends. So we're going to call a couple of wreckers. We're going to see how much those parts were actually worth.
Yep.
Then we're going to times that by 10, and we're going to donate that money to the charity Reach Out. So
should we call some wreckers?
Let's make some calls.
I'll find some, hang on. I'm chasing a price on a pre-facelift bonnet, guards, and bumper bar. How much would you charge me for all that?
Pre-face?
Pre-face.
People take off the pre-face to do the facelift conversion. Guards, no headlights?
No headlights. Headlights are all right.
Say 200?
200 bucks for guards and bonnet?
Guards, bonnet and bumper?
Yep.
Yeah, 200 bucks, decent condition, pre-facelift.
200 bucks. So to summarise, all of that pre-facelift Honda Civic stuff is worth about 200 bucks, assuming it's perfectly straight and you need it because you've been to your car and you weren't upgrading to a post-facelift like we did.
Yeah, and that's real numbers. That's Honda record numbers. So it was, well, it actually wasn't even $200 because we didn't touch the bumper, but, you know, we're calling it $200. We're timesing that by 10.
By 10?
We are donating 2,000. No, we're not.
$2,002.
Because there's $2 that we got from scrap metal. So $2,002 is going to reachout.com, supporting the mental health of young Australians and their families. If you yourself are struggling or you know someone who is, please check out the Reach Out website. There are loads of resources there and can help you, whether it's kind of anxiety or depression or other things that are going on for you, then check out the website. There's lots of awesome stuff there. That's the end of this episode, Martin.
There's more Civic
next time.
And you know there's more Civic coming out. Not forever, but there is more Civic coming at you.
We're almost
story
there. We are almost
not
there.
over, but we're feeling good about it. It's gonna be in the bin.